What is going on, guys? I am gonna do a reaction video to the Games Workshop preview. So let me go over there to the Warhammer community site. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get started. So I've been holding off on looking at my phone. So we're gonna see. Oh God, this looks silly. All right, let's see what's going on. Dead and Divine. All right, so we're not going to watch the videos because you can watch those on your own and I'll watch them later. But I do want to just go through everything probably relatively quickly because you've probably already seen this. This is a little bit later in the day, but I sleep in. So, all right, it looks like Sisters of Battle are getting these. I don't even know what these are. They're like the Grey Knight. What are they called? What the heck? The Nemesis Dread Knight, I think he's called, for the Grey Knights. But they look probably smaller. Maybe smaller. Maybe I'll show you in the video, but I don't know. How big do you think these are? Like, I mean, they're not Dreadnought size because that's a regular Sister of Battle right in there, and they're pretty small. So I guess they're like, I don't know, Stormcast Retributor size, maybe a little bigger. Ogre size. Kind of crazy. Wild for Sisters to get more new units when other people are left in the woods, but I don't know. This little Armiger melta sword thing is, and it's got. I don't know if those are Melta-Guns too or what those are, but it looks like it's armed pretty nicely. So that'll be interesting, whatever that is. Kill Team Pariah Nexus. A new box set. Alright, we got some cool looking Space Marines. Is that a heavy? I don't think that. Is that a heavy bolter? Maybe that's the heavy Oh, that's a heavy intercessor, I think. Okay. Yeah, there's some good looking Space Marine sculpts. You know, we've seen them. It's hard for them to make a Space Marine look too interesting when you've seen so many. This thing's really cool. Like the paint job with the cosmic cube and sphere there is very nice. And we got some flayed ones. So it looks like a whole squad of flayed ones. So I don't think the flayed ones have been released yet in a box set. So now they're once again not released yet in a box set. Looks like you're going to have to go with the Kill Team set for that. You get 5 heavy. Oh, they were all heavy intercessors. I didn't realize that. I haven't been paying much attention as far as 9th edition lately because my armies don't have a codex yet. But yeah, I don't know. I guess if you had both of these armies, this might be a decent pickup, or of course if you like Kill Team. Adeptus Titanicus. Cool, whatever. They price this game outrageous, like for what you get. Like $100 models for these little things. It's just a ridiculous ripoff. No idea if the game's fun, no interest in it whatsoever. Alright. Now let's see if the Vampirates are coming. Soul Wars. These look like elves. I don't know. This line, I mean, is this good? It's alright. This big opening of wind, I guess. This wind hole. And he gives me the vibe that he's not just being lifted, but like twisted in circles. And then he's going to shoot his bow. He looks pretty cool. I like his mask is better than a lot of the other masks where they go up really thin and then have a wide horn section. Yeah, I don't know. This one's odd to me. Is it a unit or is this a big guy? Include Severith, Lord of the Seventh Wind. Oh, so he's like a named character probably. Alright, so he's interesting. I guess he's like your Drycha or your Selaski or some of those other kind of mid-size special characters. See, like, just as an example, this horn helmet is crazy, ridiculous, and big, but it works to me because he's a special character. He has a crazy special helmet, it's fine. But if it was like these horns were on top of a long pointy head and then went up, it would just look silly. But I honestly think a helmet with big horns isn't ever... I mean, I don't think it looks bad. He's pretty cool. I don't know if... Maybe it's like this wind paint job that I don't love. Or maybe those are... Oh, they're like cloth hanging from his model, maybe? Yeah, it looks like they're cloth and then they turn into wind. So it's kind of doing like a spell effect. Here comes your Lumineth Book 2. This is one of those Broken Realms books that has cool rules for a bunch of armies. And it looks like we got Lumineth Realm Lords, Cities of Sigmar, Maggotkin and Nurgle, Flesh Eater Courts, and OCR Bone Reapers. Cool. So they'll all get a little something, and these look like that Marathi one was pretty popular and had some good stuff for armies. So you definitely, there's a good chance if you play these armies, you're going to want to pick this book up. Get some new rules. Oh, new Daughters of Kane book. So this is what I was talking about in one of my other videos where they get you. This is the new GW money grab. Let me go back here. This is the new GW money grab because like this character was already fully designed and probably built and painted and everything when the Lumineth came out, most likely. But to sell you this book, they have to hold him out of the battle tome and release him in this book with probably his own special rules and stuff. So that way the Lumineth player, even though they have, you know, one of the newer, if not the newest army book, still has to pick up one of these. They are going to pack, you know, enough good stuff for each of these armies because they want all these players to buy the book. Now, of course, right, they're a business, they want to do that. But I don't like them holding off on everything. So Daughters of Kane get this big update in the Book of Marathi for the Broken Realms. So all the Daughters of Kane players who have a very old battle tome rush out and buy it, and they get these new cool rules and new army builds and blah, blah, blah. And then look at this. Now they get to sell a new Daughters of Kane battle tome. Now they needed an updated book for sure, so I'm not, you know, mad at this, but is this book going to include the Book of Marathi stuff, or do you need both books? Interesting. Oh, cool. Oh, that's a cool snake spell. Yeah, these endless spells are nice looking. Those are great. I like this scorpion tail on the snake. I don't know if all the snakes have the scorpion tail on the cover art here. But that's great. These are great looking spell effects. No idea what they do. Oh, here comes the vampires. But Underworld's vampires. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a good looking Blood Knight vampire, or maybe Van Karstein or something. That's awesome. It's so crazy. They're so good at doing some of these models. And then you see like the one with the Wendy's hair and the bats holding it. And the paint job is so mediocre compared to like this. Like obviously they didn't have time, I guess, to paint it good. But I mean, look at this. If this model was the one that was that bat hair one, people would have had a much more positive response. Then of course they showed you this one, which is also amazing. I mean, really, really cool. A lot of good conversions I think are going to come from this. Oh, this guy's great. Oh, I love this guy. He looks super intimidating, flexing his forearm muscles. See, he's got the full paint job on the black armor. If you go back and look at the bat hair lady, it's just like a single edge highlight because they obviously probably didn't have enough time to paint her. I don't know why they had to release her in a clan pack though if they didn't have enough time to even paint the box art. This thing's sweet. I think, oh, and this guy, he's probably the weakest, I'm guessing, of the crew. He's probably the more minion kind of, but I guess is he a vampire kind of going into bat form or part bat vampire? Or do you think he's kind of gargoyle-ish? I don't know. Kind of interesting, too. They're going with these kind of mace clubs instead of all just swords and stuff. Although these are great swords that they're doing. Nice. That is a nice... Oh, what's this? Warhammer Quest. So just real quick, these Underworld warbands are always a win if you play the armies. I mean, they're such cool models. They're so good for Warcry. Just and they make the designs on them. They like really put their top guys and girls on the designs of these models, I think. All right, Warhammer Quest Cursed City. Speaking of vampires, oh, if you guys watch Warhammer Weekly, I believe Tom called out for a prediction that they'd have a undead focused Warhammer Quest. So, and that's where the Witch Hunter. Ooh. Witch Vampire Hunter Jelson Derek and the villainous Gorslav the Gravekeeper. Oh, that's a sick model. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. He's got like this hook hand, I guess to drag corpses. And then this like weaponized shovel is amazing. The paint job on it too, but just the idea of like, I don't know, he's like a grave digger, I'm guessing, and he has this giant shovel weapon. That's great. And then this thing is basically a reimagined, better version of an old Witch Hunter, but it looks freaking good. So good. Amazing model. Also, there's a 40k Inquisitor that looks like this. And this will make a great conversion for that. And wait, that's it? 2 models? Alright. Well, that's amazing. So Warhammer Quest Cursed City. I'm going to be honest with you. The Warhammer Quest games, although are pretty fun, both Silver Tower, Hammer Hall, and Blackstone Fortress, they're pretty fun. I could see a lot of people having a great time with them and, having some good laughs with some friends. I feel like they have almost zero replayability, which is kind of true for most board game dungeon crawls, which is, just I think the nature of it. I'm going to let the video run here while I talk. But the thing is, the price of the Warhammer Quest ones are obviously much higher than like Massive Darkness or, like a Cool Mini or Not Dungeon Crawl or some of the other companies that make these kind of dungeon crawl board games that come with loads of miniatures, and they're pretty cool. They're not, as cool as the GW model, but they are cool. And it's just, I don't know. And then for Warhammer Quest and Silver Tower and Hammer Hall, they never gave us any expansions. It would have been so easy and cheap to just release a little book or something with like a new group of monsters and some new map tile layouts, or a little map tile pack with some new treasure cards. Like these little $40 expansions or something like other dungeon crawl board games do. Imperial Assault, Massive Darkness, Descent, Sword and Sorcery, Deep Madness, Rise of Cthulhu, the others, on and on and on. Hate, all these different games, right? That are, they're just giving you a lot for your money. So I don't know if I'm going to be buying that Underworlds one. Hopefully one of my friends will. I would like to play it, but I don't think I'm going to be buying it. And especially when they finally did start doing expansions in the... trying to think of here. When they did the expansions for Blackstone Fortress, the price was so outrageous. The stupidest pricing structure just to rip you off because you wanted a little bit more for your game, like $60 for a single model with a couple cards. I mean, just an awful, awful deal. So that's gives me that kind of bad taste in my mouth. Like if I was, say, to buy Warhammer Quest Cursed City or whatever that one was called, I'm almost sure I would never want the expansions because the prices would be so high on them. You'd get so little for your money. Plus, by the time they come out, you've already played through the game. And yeah, I find it, unlikely that I'm going to go back and play through the entire game again. So, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on those. This is a cool little Titan, but who cares? If they made this game actually priced correctly, like these were, $30, $40 maybe, And I mean, the Warlord Titan, I think they were charging like 100. Who knows what this guy's going to be? War Master Titan, he'll probably be more. Oh yeah, he's even bigger than a Warlord. You know, if they made these like, you know, 20, 30, 40 bucks a guy, and you had these big epic Titan battles and stuff, that could be cool, but no interest whatsoever in that game. Same with Aeronautica, I just couldn't care less. So yeah, there's the preview. Hopefully you enjoyed the reactions, my thoughts on the releases. Some of them are really, really cool models. I think the one I'm confused the most by is maybe the Sister of Battle in her armor suit. But I don't hate it. Like, I don't love it, maybe. I don't know. Is this a squad? Is this a single thing? Is it Dreadnought price, or is it a squad of 3? They already have the Mortis engines and stuff too, so it'd be interesting to see how this fits in. Also, I did not catch anything mentioning when the book is going to be released. Maybe we're just getting started in 2020. Oh, so they're getting more stuff. Wow. Yeah, because the whole brand new line getting more stuff is fun. And they are cool. If I started another army, it'd maybe be a Sisters of Battle army. But that's all I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much. Please hit the like button. Oh, there we go. We can see her. She's not huge, but she's not small. So it might be a single model box. Hopefully like a $40 range, but we'll see. Thank you guys. Adios.